if you're new, which I expect that you are because I haven't been on my channel in forever. Like I'm talking months, years, who knows. Thank you for those of you that will return. I'm just going to get right into it. This is a live, so if you are called to these messages, please subscribe and check out my other videos. Like everything in life, I just kind of wing it. So I decided to hop on today. I felt called to do a little reading. I'm going to start with oracle cards. Doesn't matter what sign or gender you are. Can I get a message for the collective, please? Oh, right off the bat, we have Circle of Life. Circle of Life. So I get the I get the feeling that what goes around comes around. So you may be returning to something that you have previously experienced in the past. Something tells me that we're coming around again. So I don't know if you're, maybe you're going back to the same job, or you're going back to something that gives you great happiness. But either here nor there, let me explain what this card really means, not my intuitive feeling off this card. I feel a lot of high energy. I'm just going to say that. I just feel a lot of nervousness, a lot of tension built up. Maybe you are nervous for some type of, it could be an interview. I feel a lot of people are exiting one job, going into another job. So we'll see what this reading brings us. Thank you for joining me. All right. Circle of Life. It kind of reminds me of The Lion King. The circle of life. If you hear any sounds, just ignore them. Okay? Okay. I'm going to try to finish this live, but I have a kitten mewing, so maybe not. If it does bother you, I apologize. So how's it going? How are you guys? It's been a while. Let me know down below if you want live readings or if you want pre-recorded readings. What's better for you? So this Circle of Life, challenges are over with. Okay, winds of God. So like the winds of good fortune are coming into your life, right? This represents the Wheel of Fortune in tarot. It's like accept, embrace, right? Accept the good with the bad. Nothing's either all good or all bad. Excuse me for one moment, please. One moment. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so all things are possible. Stand in your center and be open. The four winds are bringing your dreams into fruition. So like I said, it's all about like good luck coming towards you. So I don't know if you've had some financial challenges, but those are about to change, okay? Those are about to change. These are your Native Spirit Oracle cards. I'm going to pull one more and then hop into tarot. Hi, guys. How are you? I am kind of nervous, like I haven't been on live in a minute. So welcome in, welcome in. My name is Jessica, daughter of light, sometimes, okay? You have Sacred Mountain. This card is very spiritual. There's like all this chaos, this hustle and bustle of the city. And then there's this peaceful mountain. So sorry about my nail polish, okay? I live life. I work with my hands. So you have Circle of Life and then this Sacred Mountain. So I'm really getting a lot of you are coming into alignment in your jobs, what you're meant to do as far as your career. Sacred Mountain, let's get into this one. I'm going to open up my book here. How are y'all doing? You having a good weekend? Happy Friday. So this is surrender to stillness. Do not take action. Answers will come in silence. So this is a time to, I guess, be quiet. STFU. Wait, did I say that right? Correct me in the comments. Be quiet, seek the truth, rest. So it's a time to find your inner truth. It kind of represents like the Four of Swords in tarot. This is like ignore the obnoxious outside world. So I feel a lot of you are really coming into a time where like good luck is coming, you know, good money is coming in. And this is a time that you kind of need to like hold it and just kind of figure out your next step, right? Figure out your next step. This is the Native Spirit Oracle deck, Denise Lynn. So thank you for chiming in. Feel free to comment. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I'm going to get one more. Uno más, please. Gathering your tribe. This talks about exactly what it says, finding people who are of like minds and beautiful souls that resonate with you, people that support your dreams, ambitions, support you as a person. So I feel like a lot of you could be expanding your horizons. I don't know why I'm picking up on career field. I feel like a lot of you are searching for something more money, you know, more money, more problems. So I feel like there's a time and a place to look for a new job, a new relationship. And I think Spirit is really telling you, like right now, be present and get clear on your intentions. Why are you searching for more money? Why are you searching for better, right? And then also gathering your tribe, just figuring out who is supportive of you, who is with you on your team. So that's very important because we can't be by ourselves on this journey, right? We can't do everything alone. I know a lot of you have experienced hardship and you went through these challenges by yourself, and that's very difficult. I mean, depression alone is one of the leading causes of death. I mean, just being depressed alone is it takes a toll on your body, your mind, and your soul. So I'm hoping that a lot of you are reaching out to people who are of your like mind. I will read this one very quick, if I can find it. I'm sorry. Bear with me, my love. I feel like a lot of you are excited to start something new, and you're getting like blessings from the universe that this is good. This is good for you. Keep going. I don't know. I can't find it, guys. Bear with me. Oh, right here. So this is, you are loved. You are lovable. You deserve love. Support in all forms is flowing to you. You can relax. You can relax. There is so much love around you. Communicate from your heart. Share your truth. You are safe. Diminish your time with those who do not empower or believe in you. So, like I said, you're finding your tribe. You know, you find yourself often you find yourself often through other people. Give me one moment, please. Uno más, please. Go on. So, thank you. Sorry about that. I apologize. Yeah, so this is a positive message for you. Let's get into tarot. Those were your oracle messages. I just wanted to hop on and give something positive. I have a lot of energy, so I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. And check in. You know, it's been a while. I didn't abandon my channel, but I definitely took a break, a hiatus. I do it as it comes to me, right? I'm sorry about the inconsistency. Those of you who need reading every single day, I just do it when it feels right. Bottom of the deck. Well, as I split the deck, you have the Fool and the Emperor. Powerful energy for starting something new, right? Starting new ideas, taking a leap of faith. Spirit, what do we have? Look here. This is a very lucky time. Ace of Pentacles. That's something tangible, something real that is coming into your 3D world. And it's also earth energy, so you can feel it, you can touch it. This is something that's going to either it's either going to be you know, a raise, or you know, some good news from the universe that you are winning. Like, this is a pentacle of success coming your way. You've worked for this. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Success and prosperity lies ahead. Look at that. That's beautiful. You have more abundance, more money coming in. This is going to give you more opportunities to pay off bills, you know, get some of those get whatever you need, right? Like people are giving to you as you give to other people. Sorry about the cat. She's just a baby. Okay. See, I feel like a lot of you feel that you are worth more than you are being given at work, especially. There's something that that really doesn't align with your morality, right? There could have been in some type of injustice, but you could be going to court, you know, trying to get whatever you need back. It seems like maybe you started off with this Pentacle, and then you went to the Six of Pentacles. So you've earned it, and then you shared that with others, and maybe you know, it could be a Earth sign who is just not interested in investing. However, someone here is worth the investment. If this is a love reading, maybe this is someone that you tried to give emotions to in the past and they didn't reciprocate. You know, they weren't very, they were emotionally detached. So, you know, it's like you're giving and giving, giving, and then this person doesn't even want a relationship with you. So if this is a love reading here, it looks like, you know, you're giving to a situation that just wasn't for you anymore. We have the Lovers here, the Star card, the Devil, and then Nine of Swords. So this tells me that, excuse me, I don't know why, but my nose keeps running. This tells me that you've had a lot of struggles. You know, this has kept you up late at night. This change that's coming in, it could bring prosperity. However, I think what Spirit is trying to say here is there's going to be a choice, right? You're going to need to choose over temptation or someone who is there for you for the long run. The Lovers talks about a choice, right? And here's the Devil right behind it. So I feel like the choice will be given to you either you or your person to cheat or not cheat, or, you know, not even cheating. It could be anything that's tempting. Maybe they're trying to like go back to a drug of choice or a drink of choice, or a toxic job, just something, you know, that is just not for you or their highest good. You know, there's temptation here. Someone is worried about maybe their person being tempted away from their relationship. Maybe that's on your mind, that, you know, you're worried that your person is going to find someone else attractive, or, you know, and with that, I want to say that, like, no matter what relationship that you're in, your spouse is always going to find someone attractive, anyone, right? There are very beautiful people out there. So I want just to make the point that a lot of relationships have trust issues, and that starts within, right? We have to start healing the trust within ourselves first before we can give it to another person. And I feel like Spirit really wants you to look at what you've invested in this. You know, it has healing potential. I feel like either you or them have emotionally detached from this. King of Cups in the reverse, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. This is someone who has a lot of love to give, but they're holding back. You know, it seems like there's games of the heart going on, maybe. Like, you know, this person says something hurtful towards you and you do something to kind of pull back the love. There seems to be something here where I think you or this person are worried about a third party. I don't see third party yet, but tempted, you know. We have the Magician here. So there could be someone in your midst who is manifesting you. This could be you that is manifesting this new start, you know, because I saw the Fool in the beginning. So I hate to see it. I hate to see it. Tell me if you guys know what this is. The Five of Cups, right? Crying over spilled milk, kind of just looking at the loss and the grief, and just that's all you see right now is disappointment. You could feel very disappointed in this person for not giving to you fairly, but let's go further. You know, I mean, everyone's going to disappoint us sometime in life. It's life. People are going to disappoint us, and we need to deal with that. I see progress here, Three of Wands moving right along towards this success. I feel like there is a new beginning here in something that you don't understand yet. There's a partnership ahead that is going to leave you at a stalemate. There's a decision here to be made. It kind of leaves you at a stalemate. It's like, do I stay or do I go? Hi. So it's more of like this inner turmoil that you feel about not knowing what to do. It seems here that someone has an opportunity to go be elsewhere, and they're manifesting this person. They're thinking about them. They're in their thoughts, in their dreams, even. Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this definitely is a love reading. We started with Good Fortune, the spirit, the native spirit deck. So we started off with it being more career oriented, but it seems that maybe the career and the relationship kind of go hand in hand. I don't know if y'all work together or there's something tied up. Your money is tied up together somehow, some way. So yeah, there's some fear here, right? There's deception, fear, Pisces energy, where you feel like someone's giving you, throwing a blanket over your eyes, trying to don't look at this, right? Don't look at this, and we're just going to move forward. You're not having it though. I feel like you know things deeper, right? You're not a surface level person. You see beyond, right? You see beyond what your logic tells you. So I think what it's saying here is this person is really fearful, right? They're burnt out even. Four of Swords in the reverse. It's almost like they're manifesting a new relationship almost to just like get out of this one because it's so disappointing. It's been so disappointing. With the Star here, this is someone who's very attractive. They're very outgoing. They're very intelligent. It's Aquarius energy. So I feel like someone is definitely manifesting a new opportunity, right? They're ready for, it looks like they're not ready for change, but it's happening. It's happening whether they like it or not. I don't know if that's going to make sense to you. Might make sense in a year from now. Who knows? But this is the Six of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Someone is moving successfully towards abundance. This is someone who's steadily gaining more control over their finances, and they're being recognized for it. Six of Wands talks about being in public recognition. So people are looking at you like you have it all under control, right? No matter what may be happening below the surface. It honestly seems like a divorce. It seems like a divorce is in the works for this particular reading. A lot of anxiety here, a lot of fear. I feel like this person wants to separate because they feel like they've been wronged. Things are not equal. Even though we have the Six of Pentacles here in the upright, I feel like things are not equal in this relationship. And you can feel it, they can feel it, but somehow, some way, y'all are still clinging on to each other, right? It's been very burdensome. It hasn't been an easy road. So I don't know what this is supposed to be, Spirit. Can you give us some help here? I have the Sun card and Death. This is positively change is afoot, right? Like this is, there's going to be a successful transformation. And that transformation depends on you and whatever you're dealing with in your life right now. It will be successful. I feel like you will gain energy during this transformation. Instead of tearing you down, it's going to empower you. This transformation is not only going to improve your financial situation, but somehow you end up getting a glow up as well after you end relations with this person, place, or ting ting. So thank y'all. Hi, Maria. I'm wondering, will me and Philip be a couple again, and when? We broke up. We were 9 years together. Let's see. I feel like, yeah, the reliability is there, Maria. You relied on this person. But right now, either of you, one of y'all is avoiding the conflict. One of y'all is not ready to grow. Six of Wands in the reverse. This is a lost opportunity. This is a lost battle. Yeah, it seems like y'all are very disappointed and not talking. All right, so let me shuffle. I'm gonna shuffle. I should put some music on. It's kind of lackluster in here, right? Besides my cat meowing. She's just a baby, okay? Sorry about that, but she's just a baby. All right, let me get a good shuffly shuffle. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. There's always viruses going around, but especially right now, this is like a sick season. So protect yourself, right? Vitamin C, get your exercise, get your water. That's important. Hi, Maria. It's not a personal reading. I do want to help, but what? Will Maria and Philip work it out? She still wants him. It seems, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it seems like Spirit wants you to grow from this, right? Can't hold on to things that don't belong to us. And the Tower. This is gonna blow your mind. This is gonna blow your mind. There's sudden change happening for you, Maria. Let's see. What is the... Someone's upset, man. Someone, like, a whole bunch of cards came out, so I'm gonna take this one. This is moving away. Obviously, this is this unexpected, this breakup happened, right? And it's looking like he moved on. He's growing, he's letting go. Five of Swords here. Someone is very manipulative. They want to win at all cost, right? This was a difficult decision for him to leave, but I feel like he left because of his own sanity, for him to heal, right? Star at the bottom of the deck. There's just a lot of manipulation. There's betrayal. Yeah. They feel blocked, honestly. Yeah, I don't know if this is tied to your family or something, but family had gotten this person's ear or your ear. Family, you know, barked at either one of you and said, this isn't good. This isn't good. So I'm going to move on. I don't know. It just says that that breakup came sudden and quick, and it's time to move on and let it go. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. So, what do we have for the future? Okay, what do we have for the future, Spirit? Okay. Maria, I'm sorry, but you have a lot of delays because you are lacking control. Okay, there's some kind of insecurity that, you know, it's that trust thing, right? I know a lot of Scorpios deal with a traumatic past. I mean, a lot of us have trauma from the past, but especially Scorpio, where you really hold that inside, and it's almost like the trust here. There. I don't know. Was there ever any trust between you guys? It's. Oof, it's just just very insecure energy. It's very insecure, lack of movement, like you're, what else? Conflict, reckless, careless. I don't know. It's just, I feel like there was a lot of mistakes. Maybe you rushed into this marriage, but there's someone here who's just, you know, wants to win at all costs. Five of Swords came out again. It's just saying to me that No, I'm not going to let you go because I get the last word and I don't like this energy, so I'm going to disconnect from it. A lot of times, like, I really don't like doing personal readings, because it feels yucky, right? Like, no one wants to put on a wet sweater when it's cold outside. That's the same way I feel. Like, I don't want to put on your energy and wear it, especially if, like, I'm not getting a good feeling from the reading. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, wipe me down, spirit, because I don't like it. Yeah, I see a lot of heartbreak here. Heartbreak, betrayal. I know. Pain is not easy to deal with, especially when someone feels like, it's time for new beginnings. You have an Ace of Wands here, which is indicative of the male phallic. So new male energy is interested in you. All right. There's someone new on the horizon here. What's that? Someone's just not interested in anyone new. I can feel that. They're just not interested. 10 of Wands in the reverse, like feeling overwhelmed and burnout, like on dating even, or relationships, or just, it kind of seems like someone's just not interested in having sex, honestly. Like, this is the male phallic in tarot. So it's just, and the 10 of Wands, it's like, I'm not interested. I'm feeling overwhelmed, thinking about sex all the time. It's definitely Scorpio energy here. Scorpio's here on the board, and that speaks of transformation and rebirth. I feel like we're dealing with a lot of people who are not sure if they want to go one way, if they want to start a family or burn it all down. Seems like a lot of people are just like, should I stay or should I go type of vibe. And I feel like when you feel like that, when you're not sure of how you feel towards someone, it's time to take a step back from the relationship or whatever it is. Time to take a step back and reevaluate. Yeah, I don't know if you guys were at each other's throats. There's a lot of arguing, so lots of arguments. And I just said this to myself the other day, like me and my partner get into an argument or whatever, a disagreement, and it's just like I always ask myself, do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? Because I know how arguments get, sometimes two people are yelling, sometimes one person is yelling, the other person is just like sitting there. I think it's important when you start getting agitated to take a step back and feel yourself out, how it's affecting you at the moment. And two, it's important to ask, is this worth the argument? Like, do you want to die on that hill? It's almost like, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Because they're not one and the same. You can't be right and be happy when you're in an argument with someone. And it's just like, I'm not saying let it go, but in a way I am, let it go. I think a lot of us need to hear that. Just let it go. And letting go is one of the harder things for water signs to deal with, especially Cancer and Scorpio. I feel like those energies have a really tough time. I'm a Cancer, so I feel like those signs really have a hard time letting go of control and things that make us comforted. Like, we get with one person for so long and that's our normal and we stick with them. And even the fights, right? We fight the same, on and on and on it goes. And it's just like, I'm really getting wrapped up in the message here. And I think Spirit just wants me to focus on, be like Frozen and let it go. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a lot. Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Cancer ascendant. Yeah, it's that's a lot of water. I definitely have a lot of water in my chart too. Um I feel like it's just really difficult. What is his sign? What's Philip? The moon. Spirit is saying, ah, somehow I knew you were gonna say that. Somehow I knew you were gonna say Sagittarius. Oh man. I truly believe that any sign that's healed can be with any other sign that's also healed. Um, but this I found it particularly difficult to deal with Sagittarius energy as a water sign because it is very fun. It's very flirty, and I know for certain Sagittarius has the mentality of I'm allowed to do. It's a double standard. Like I'm allowed to do stuff, but you are not. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the experiences that I've had with that energy, it's like, oh, I'm allowed to go flirt and joke around, but anytime I call you, you need to be there. Anytime I'm ready to have, relations, I'm you better be ready for me. And it's just very high energy. It's like and they're a jokester, right? They're a jokester. They're the funniest person in the room. Hilarious. But Sagittarius is the class clown. Um, it's the class clown. So I hope I'm not offending anyone, but I feel like that's accurate. Like they're, uh, I grew up with Sagittarius energy, and I, it was more hurtful to me. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, I feel that with the Hermit card. It's very melancholy. The Hermit really just goes on his own mission and kind of like searches deep within. And solitude can be very depressing. Not gonna lie, I've spent years alone, so I understand. Like not even being excited when you're newly single. It's just like you feel naked almost. Like, oh my gosh, I was in this relationship and now I'm out in the world and I'm alone. I'm vulnerable and like, what am I gonna do? Almost. And I feel like it's a shock to the system when you've lived for someone for like a decade. That is a long time. That's 10 years of your life or almost. And it's going to take some time. I feel like there's a lot of confusion here over this love. A lot of confusion. There's there's a lack of stability here with the 10 of Pentacles, and a lot of quiet time. The Hermit is the quietest card in the deck. This is someone who doesn't say much and they revert to their solitude in order to gain enlightenment. So feel like you've done a lot of this. Feel like you've done a lot of thinking and a lot of introspection about this love. You have the love's in the upright, new beginnings. Sorry, it's not very clear. New beginnings, emotional clarity. I'm not going to take those. But here's that Wheel of Fortune that we started with in the beginning. I'm only going to be on here for a couple more minutes, but I like this. I like to see this because the wheel is turning in your favor from the heartbreak. The heartbreak is now behind you. It should be like this, sorry. The heartbreak is now behind you, and now the wheel is spinning. It's time to change, right? Wheel of Fortune is all about change and destiny and fate, and this pain is fated to happen. I tell a lot of people this over and over again because I truly believe that out of heartbreak comes the biggest revelations. Heartbreak brings on those transformations that we need in order to ascend to the next level of our soul's journey. And I don't know what your beliefs are, but I resonate with the belief that we incarnate in these souls in these specific families at this certain time. I truly believe that we sign up for this. I feel like, in particular, I'll just give an example. You know, I had one of the biggest heartbreaks of my entire life a while back, and I thought it was never going to end. I thought that I was going to be heartbroken forever and ever and ever. But like out of that heartbreak, I started figuring out who I really am, and it was almost, it was fated. It was like I felt like my soul had picked that person because that was the only person that was going to wake me up and bring me to my true purpose, my true self. So I feel like a lot of you could resonate with that, where it's like your soul picked these harsh relationships. It picked this pain. Your soul picked this pain because it knew that you were strong enough to overcome. And this pain is significant in your life because you need to transform. And I know love is one of the biggest motivators, you know, moving it. Like a lot of action comes from breaking up. You're inspired to move, find a new apartment pretty quickly when you find out that your boyfriend or your girlfriend's been cheating on you. Like that love motivates you, right? And I hate to sound like um breakups are, you know, I don't want to say like breakups are all good, but breakups can be a blessing. And it doesn't have to be, you know, love, romantic. It could be a breakup with your parents. I find them to be necessary for change to happen. And I hope that I'm making sense here. I don't know. The world here. Um, a lot of people, let me think about this real quick, because we have the 10 of Wands followed by the 4 of Wands in the reverse, followed by the World card, which tells me this has been very burdensome. I'm not happy at home. And the world could represent the World Wide Web. It could say that you're okay. It almost seems like, you know, this is a big burden in your home life. It is very unstable. But from that came, it's almost like you feel okay with it. Like someone feels okay with this ending, right? The world also talks about completion. So it's like, this is a cycle. It is complete. The cycle is complete. Someone having this difficulty at home is actually opening up the window to move on. 8 of Cups. It says winter, so this breakup could have happened in the winter, or obviously we're coming out of winter right now in the northern hemisphere. I think things are going to be hard for a while, you know, especially if you're coming out of a breakup, because the 9 of Pentacles talks about financial security. When she's in the upright, it's pre-Empress. In the reverse position, it often talks about someone who is very materialistic. They're lonely. They're experiencing material loss. They're overspending. She could be kind of a tyrant as well, with her, you know, just all the money's mine. And I don't know, this could be some type of material loss, right? Spending money on the wrong things. Something extreme happened here with financial situation. So I don't know if you just like threw a bunch of money at something that you thought was going to be beneficial, but it ended up blowing up in your face or creating more problems. And yeah, with the Tower here at the bottom of the deck, it's almost like you paid for something, you didn't get what you wanted, you didn't get anything that you wanted, and in fact it made more problems. So you're breaking free from that 8 of, I love seeing this card in the reverse because it talks about breaking free, ripping the blindfold off. She's in a blindfold here, so she's getting out of her restraints. This could be you, where you are looking at new opportunities, you're seeking some new information, you're kind of getting it's almost like you got into a pickle with with the money situation, and now you're getting resources to kind of break out of that mold. Um, Beautiful. And the chariot at the bottom of the deck, which talks about, the emperor can ride in the chariot. Um, these sphinxes represent balance to me. The black and white sphinxes at the bottom pulling the chariot. Only the emperor can drive the chariot. So this is someone who has incredible willpower and strength and determination, direction. This is Cancerian energy, where you really put your emotions back to the passenger or the back seat and really just you're going off of willpower right now. Whatever is driving you forward, it will be successful. You're going to come out of this financial situation. Like I said, we started off with the reading with our oracle cards. We started off with Wheel of Fortune, and that was beautiful to see because let me see if I can find it. These are pretty cards. I love these cards. They're so pretty. Anyway, let me try to find that one while I talk my head off. We started off with the Wheel of Fortune, and that is beautiful. It's like things are changing in your favor, right? I'm sorry, it wasn't called the Wheel of Fortune. It was called the Circle of Life. And of course, I can't find it. It has crawled up under a rock, I guess. Don't you hate that when you go to find something and then it just suddenly disappears to the lost land? Here we go. The Circle of Life. Forgive my singing, but yeah, we talked about this in the beginning where it represents fortune coming in, right? Your money is going into the green. I think this is past energy, like overspending. We're coming out of February where there was like overspending, over drinking, maybe over partying, over substance abuse, use, whatever you want to call it. I feel like we were kind of in a daze and confusion because Pisces represents the dreamer. So I feel like a lot of us got caught up in our own pain in February, however. Yeah, and I just saw 3 of Cups here too. So that tells me like we were kind of yeah, overindulging maybe a little bit, overindulging in February. There's been a lot of mental blocks, what do I want to like dishonesty even. Like I feel like down in your soul, this person is a fucking liar. Excuse my language, but it just drives me nuts when people lie. And it's like I feel the anger from you. Like you didn't have to lie about this. You could have told me the truth. And I feel like you're very upset because like not only did they like disguise their true wants and needs, they like led you on to believe that this is something that they wanted too. But I don't see that. I'm not saying that they don't love you. I'm saying it's just it was just heartbreaking. I feel like maybe you neglected them or they neglected you. The Empress in reverse is someone who neglects her own needs and others. There's just like this creative blockage that has been sitting there, like a freaking poop that won't come out, right? Like you're constipated in the membrane. There was been like, this stagnation where it's just like this brokenheartedness led to a stale, stagnant energy. And I feel like the more time and the more space you have between this person, the better things get for you. Like your money improves. And it just feels like there was such a delay. And I almost want to say that spirit delayed you because there was something that you needed to learn in order to move on. And they weren't the destination. I feel like they were just a whatever you want to call that, a pit stop on your way to the yellow brick road. You know what I'm saying? Like they were just a stop along the way. And a lot of people are, a lot of people come into our life for a season or a reason, a lifetime, who knows? But the point is that not everyone that comes into our life is going to be there forever. And they're usually not meant to be forever. It's supposed to be a lesson. And I just want to convey that that's okay too, right? It's not okay for people to lie, but once you know they're a liar, you gotta, you can't let them keep lying. And it depends on what it is too. And like I do want to put this in there because I think it's important. I had a boyfriend a long time ago that lied about something very little, right? So I went to my therapist and I was just like, I'm so enraged. They lied to me, you blah, 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 blah. And he sat there and asked me, did you set the tone? I was like, what do you mean? Did I set I'm not the one that lied. And he was like, no, but you could have made it possible for him to want to hide something because of your reaction. So I want to point that out too, is a lot of people hide things because they're afraid of our reaction, especially if you've been known to freak out before, or if you have trust issues. It's like this person wants to, maybe it's not even malicious half the time, these lies, like, were you drinking? No. Well, maybe they're lying because they're afraid of your reaction. And when my therapist reframed the situation that I was going through, it kind of like, it made me think outside my own brain of, it's not happening to me, but maybe I added to, I set this up to fail. Because obviously, if I keep accusing someone of something, they're not going to tell me the truth because they're afraid of my reaction. So I just want to point that out of like, did you set the tone? And it made me think. So I hope it inspires y'all to think, if something is that important, like going back to, do you want to die on that hill? And is the fight worth the damage to the relationship? Fighting over something that you truly believe is right. I feel like it's not worth it. You should just walk away. But if you feel that you have a valid argument and it's worth going full force, I just don't see the point in hurting feelings. I had this happen. Like, I love examples, right? I live through examples. So I just want, I got into a fight with my partner and I berated him. I talked shit. I let my mouth run rampant. And it severely impacted his feelings, our relationship, because even though that was my truth, even though I felt like I was right, it comes back to, oh, is it worth it? Is it worth losing my partner over, these little things? I'm not talking about like, oh, you forgot to put the dishes away or something like that, but it's just like, I think it's important to say in that moment, is it worth it? Like, I could possibly lose my person if I demean them and keep harping on them and just demasculating them or emasculating them. As a woman, I know that we have a lot. Our brains are way different than men. We're thinking about 20 different things all at once. And for them, it's a little different. So we also need to understand that we're different. Men and women are very different. And acceptance too. Like, I accept that my partner operates on a different level than I do. And like, I can't expect that out of him. I can't expect myself out of him. And that was something that was difficult for me to learn in relationships over time. You just kind of, you accept more, right? Like, I'm not saying accept the bad behavior. I'm talking about accepting how each other operates. And that saves a lot of arguments. It saves a lot of hurt feelings, understanding each other's wounds and past traumas. Like, that's something that we have to talk about, like, so I'm gonna end it there. I gave you guys a good 48 minutes. I hope you had a nice time. I'll give you some cute little message, just to end today with. Thank you for being here. Thank you for chiming in. Spirit, give me something for the collective, please. Something positive. What can we end the note with? Please and thank you. Wow, I'm not a smooth operator today. I just keep fumbling the cards. And, sometimes I get on here and the message comes through my mouth rather than through the cards sometimes. So I hope y'all don't get frustrated because I don't use my cards half the time. I use them to kind of set up like the topic of conversation, but I definitely kind of spiral off of that. It's all negative, like how am I going to turn 10 of Wands into something positive for you guys? 10 of Wands just means I don't give a shit, I don't give a shit. I don't want to do this. I got options. I can go elsewhere. And it's like, okay. Someone could be procrastinating sleep even. Like they don't want to go to bed or something. But I see this more as y'all are very overwhelmed and frustrated where you're at. Things are confusing. It seems like it could be this, it could be that. And I think a lot of you are just looking for answers. And the magician's here to tell you that you have everything that you need. Excuse me. You have everything that you need. There are too many options to make a decision right now. And that's where in the beginning of the reading, when that spirit card, oracle card came out, saying that you need time to be quiet. I wish I wouldn't have put the cards back, but you know, I just be dumb sometimes. Yes, no. Sacred Mountain, here it was. This was the card in the beginning that we started off with, along with Circle of Life, telling you that things are changing, and before they change, you need a moment of silence, right? There's all this hustle and bustle. There's all this like city life happening. There's everything happening around you. Your job is to find peace in that chaos. Find yourself in that chaos. Yeah, I'm good with that message. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like my vibe. If you don't, bye. Thanks for being here. Bye.